What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? I didn't have the mic on. I'm just starting for the day, y'all. I've been working and working. Check this out, man. This is very interesting. I think that you guys, everybody should watch this video all the way to the end, because his story is just like my story, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people get the same thing from their friends and family members, co-workers, everybody who think they know better than you. If you focus on doing you can push a YouTube channel further than you ever imagined, and that's what happened to me. And right after this intro, we're gonna check it out.
Growth's got a formula most never learn. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos, earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up.
That's right, y'all. Y'all should check the links below. Click on my sign up for my 4 free videos, man, and actually start from there. That's the best place to start. It's free. Check out the 4 free videos and just go from there. Now, what happened when my friends found out I was a YouTuber? I wonder if my friends still laughing at me. I should call them and ask them, are y'all still laughing? Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out, man.
Today, I want to share a personal story with you that will highlight the reasons why I don't think you should share your YouTube channel or the fact that you're doing YouTube with your friends. And this is a story. It's something that happened to me about a week ago.
A week ago.
I was over at a friend's house watching a hockey game, and there were several friends there, some longtime friends, and they're still friends. It's not a terribly bad story.
Right.
But I think it highlights my point.
Right.
So we were chatting, having a couple drinks, and one of the guys said to me, a good friend of mine, so are you still doing that voiceover thing?
Voiceover thing.
And what he's referring to, I guess a couple of years ago, I must have told him that that's what I was doing on Fiverr. That's one of the things that I was doing when I was freelancing as a video editor on Fiverr. I was also doing voiceovers for other people's videos. And I forgot that I had told him that. That wasn't a big part of what I was doing. But anyways, it was a part of it. And I told him. So my answer was, no, actually, no, I'm not. I'm doing YouTube now. And I wasn't really ready to talk about that. And these are guys who don't know well, actually, one of the guys knew that I was doing YouTube, but this particular guy did not. And he kind of said, what do you mean doing YouTube? And he kind of said it almost dismissively, like, what are you talking about? Like
how do
isn't
you
YouTube
do
where you go to watch
YouTube?
Videos? And I jokingly replied, yeah, I spend my day watching YouTube videos. Just kind of
Right.
shook it off that way. And he said, no, seriously, like, what are you doing? I said, well, so I took the opportunity to explain or try to explain a little bit about what I do. And I said, well, I make videos that help people get into YouTube and start their own YouTube channels. And I guess it kind of took him back a little, took him like he was surprised at that. And he says, what do you mean? I said, well, I make videos. He said, no, I heard you, but why would I want to start a YouTube channel? And I said, well, no, it's there are people who are interested in starting YouTube channel, starting YouTube. And I got a little bit flustered at this point because, again, I wasn't ready for this. And I guess that's one lesson. Be ready, have a story ready. And I've said that before. But anyways, I didn't think it was a big deal. The night was it was a fun night watching hockey, playing cards, stuff like that. And I tried to explain. I said, well, no. I'm aware not everybody wants to start a YouTube channel, but for those who do, I make videos. He says, well, like, how did you get into that? Like, what? Like, I don't understand. Why would I want to start a YouTube channel? He kept bringing it back to himself.
Yeah.
And I guess, it didn't go much farther than that. Like, he has no idea how many subscribers I have. He doesn't know what my channel name is. He has no idea. We didn't get that far into the conversation. He kind of dismissed it like, oh, Rob's just doing something silly again.
And he probably don't even understand, even if you told him the numbers. These people are so left field, but these people are the first ones to talk. I remember there was a time when I was trying to help a group, and now in the production, the music producer, you start becoming a professional. The one that talk the most is the one that don't have no money and don't have the least amount of talent. All he know how to do is talk. Just like your friends, the ones that talk the most are the ones that come up with the worst ideas to make money. But they always in trouble, and they always got something to say. They got all this mouth. Here we go.
Something that, is for younger people. What is he even doing? He knows I have an engineering degree. We go way back. And is probably wondering why I'm not doing that. But that kind of brings me back to the point where, YouTube is not for everybody.
Nothing's
being an
for
entrepreneur
everybody.
is not for everybody.
Nothing's for
And
everybody.
It's not for this particular person, and that's okay. But it is what I am. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. I haven't worked as an engineer for more than 20 years. And I love what I do. And this is kind of the next phase in what I do. And I believe it's the best phase. I'm loving what I'm doing right now, and I'm being fairly successful with it. And I only see positive growth from here on in if I keep doing what I'm doing and build the things I'm working on. But anyways, my point is, if you don't have a story ready to tell your friends who ask you about this, you might be a little bit surprised about their reaction. And you might also be a little bit surprised about how you are trying to explain it, right? So a takeaway that I want to share with you is that, first of all, most people, especially older people, will probably respond to finding out that you're doing YouTube, or you telling them that you're doing YouTube, with skepticism or even laughter. And that's what kind of happened in this case. So, I mean, I don't believe they meant any ill will by it. And it wasn't really a big deal. The conversation shifted. We ended up talking about something else, probably the hockey game. But the thing is, people over 40, generally speaking, older people, don't understand YouTube. And it's because they're just not used to it. They're not familiar with it. They probably know what YouTube is, and they've probably watched YouTube videos. Maybe not in all cases. But the majority of people, especially older people, have no idea that YouTube can be a legitimate career, or people could just be doing YouTube as a hobby.
Right.
Okay? We all have these fantastic cameras in our pockets now on our phones that can make cinema quality videos.
Facts.
All right. And a lot of people use that technology and kind of turn it into a hobby and take advantage of it and try to see what they can make with it, which I think is great. Is it the reason I got into YouTube? No. The reason I did is, again, I'm an entrepreneur. I was doing freelancing. I was editing videos for other people. And I thought, logical next step, I should create my own, YouTube channel and create my own videos. And that's kind of the journey I went on and have been on. People often judge you based on the old version or an old version of you, especially longtime friends. All right. So if you're up to something new, if you're doing something new and they don't understand it, it's often dismissed or laughed off. So you don't need to defend yourself or prove anything to anyone. Okay. YouTube is something you're doing. I suggest you say something like, if you're faced with a similar situation as I was,
and you will be,
and hindsight is 2020, but when faced with that again, what I would say and what I would suggest to you is just say something like, yeah, no, YouTube, it's something I'm passionate about and I'm having fun with it. You don't have to give any more details than that. Maybe you are starting YouTube or wanting to get into YouTube because you want to turn it into an income generator or a career. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of the people, especially if you're my age or older, a lot of your friends probably don't get it. They would probably not understand why you would want to do something like that. I even feel like a lot of people think of YouTube almost the same way as gambling or chasing a get-rich-quick scheme, things like that, which is not the case with YouTube. I mean, sometimes people treat it that way and they shouldn't. Like if you treat YouTube like a get-rich-quick thing and you throw up a couple of videos and expect to start making thousands of dollars right away, That's not how it works.
He's talking about guessing. That's what I built this whole YouTube channel on. Stop guessing. You got to understand how the algorithm works. Nobody knows exactly how it works, but get familiar with how this whole system works. The system itself works. And then you put your videos into this system and try to get as much views and subscribers out of the system. Once you understand the system, stop guessing at it.
As with any business, and that's what YouTube would have to be if you want to start earning business-like income from it. As with any business, you have to work it. You have to work it like a business, treat it like a business, and that goes with everything from picking the right niche for you, right? Something that you're good at or are passionate about that you can talk about in your videos. So picking the right niche, getting better at making videos, at talking to the camera like this.
Talking to the camera.
All the things, video editing. There's a whole bunch of things you have to get good at, you don't have to be good at any of these things.
Well, it's just like any job, man. If you working on a car, you have to get good at picking out what tools work better. You have to get in time. Wisdom kicks in, experience kicks in. Anything you do, if you're cutting grass, you use a cheap lawnmower. Now you use this better lawnmower. Whatever you're doing, it takes time to learn. But when it comes to YouTube, people just guess and say, "Oh, this don't work. I knew this wasn't gonna work." No, first of all, it takes time for that algorithm to recognize exactly who your videos are for. That's the part you got to wait for. You got to wait to make sure YouTube is sending my videos to golfers? No, that's not it. People that like to start a YouTube channel. We're targeting and we're focusing on people who are retiring. I put up 2 or 3 people about to retire type videos. That's it. Right now, we just feeding the algorithm, trying to find the best solution by reading the numbers. You have to read the numbers. Here we go.
To start. But the thing is, the more you practice making videos after you start, the better you will get at making videos.
Uncle Mike is practicing.
The more your YouTube channel should level up if you're making videos to satisfy the needs and the wants of your viewers. Okay? Not just making videos for yourself, but that's another video that I made last week. So yeah, don't feel like you have to share all the details of what you're up to. All you have to say is it's something you're passionate about, and just kind of briefly say, like what I should probably have said is, yeah, I help people get into YouTube who want to get into YouTube, and I'm building a channel around that. If it ends up being successful, great. If not, I'm having fun with it. And probably just leave it at that, and probably not even get into, I have this many subscribers, I make this much money in a month, right? All that stuff, because then it's either you trying to prove to them that it's worthwhile you doing YouTube, or it's kind of a flex, and, is that even really necessary, or would that be received well? Probably not. So I would leave that kind of stuff out of it.
Yeah. That's my problem right there. I'm guilty because at the end I'm gonna tell my story. But I think for the last 9 months, I think the last 2 months I stopped flexing. But I'm slowing down on the flexing, but I would flex my tail off. Hey, you remember that YouTube channel you was telling me you was laughing at me? You was laughing at me. Remember that? The YouTube channel, yeah, now I got over 300,000 subscribers. Yeah, but I was still working a job. Now I'm not working a job, and we at 500,000 subscribers. Y'all remember that? And y'all laughed? Even people on this channel started laughing. Here we go.
Or it's kind of a flex, and
so don't flex.
Is that even really necessary, or would that be received well? Probably not. So I would leave that kind of stuff out of it, unless asked. And then just kind of be humble about it, right? Just like if he would have said, like, how many subscribers do you have? I would say, well, actually, I'm up to 60,000 now, and pretty proud of that. But Oh, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And he would probably be surprised at that and maybe ask more questions, maybe not. But I feel like it almost should be kind of left there. And if they want to ask any more questions, you can, or they can, and you can answer. But don't feel like you have to give all the dirt.
Explain yourself.
Right? Like,
yeah,
say
you have to
everything.
explain yourself.
Like, maybe you've been at this for a couple of years and you haven't made any money with it, and it's not successful yet. Then you probably don't want to get into that with them. It's not, it's something you're having fun with, and that's fine. But, I guess my main point is have a story ready to share with people. I was not ready. We haven't talked about it since. It's been a week, but still. Has he probably even forgotten about that conversation? Probably.
Probably, but you have
probably
forgotten.
has. But it's what I do every day. And so I guess I kind of took that as an opportunity to make a video about it. I mentioned it in my live stream yesterday with my members that this is the video I wanted to make next. And I think they thought it was a good idea. So yeah, if you're confronted with a similar situation, just stay calm, talk positively about it, but don't try to convert your friends into being YouTube believers. They're not the people you're trying to reach. You're not going to get successful with YouTube by telling all your friends about it, because they may or may not be as interested in it as you are. Likely they're not. And even more likely, they probably don't even understand it. Okay, so they're not even the subscribers you would want to have anyways. You want to reach people who are total strangers who are looking for the content that you're making. All right, you don't want to, it's not like
that's how it works.
You're advertising that you're doing YouTube. You want to put it up on billboards everywhere so that everybody's aware that you're doing this. That's not going to help. What helps is if you make content that other people want to watch and you make it available on YouTube, then they will find you. Okay? YouTube will do its work. As long as you keep making videos about the same thing, or more specifically, to the same people, then YouTube will find them for you. Right? It starts slow. It starts off slow, and I get that, and that's frustrating. But eventually it picks up. Now, every time you pivot and start talking about something else on your channel, it may slow down again. It may slow way down. Like any momentum you may have had within the niche you were talking about, if you changed niches, it may slow way down. Or you could get lucky and it might be something that a lot of your audience is also interested in, and even more people are, and it may take off, right? So it's not a bad idea to try new things and test new things, but don't be surprised if it doesn't work when you try something new, because more often than not, that's what happens. It doesn't work. And that's why people, myself included, tend to say that if you stick within a niche and speak to an audience, right, with all of your videos, the same audience, that is the fastest way to grow. Not everybody wants to do that, and I understand that. Some of you may want to make your YouTube videos about whatever you want to make. And you may not even care who's watching or what else they might want to watch. Mm-hmm. And that's totally fine. But just don't expect your channel to grow as fast as it otherwise could. So you have to know why you're doing YouTube. Okay? All this stuff I'm talking about, generally speaking, your friends and even family probably don't understand, because if you're watching this video, then you're probably at least thinking about starting a YouTube channel, right? That's probably how you found this video. But your friends and family, for the most part, probably are not. Probably. I mean,
don't
there's
forget the
exceptions,
co-workers.
of course. But anyways, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Rob, and I make videos to help people over 40 get into YouTube, those who want to. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. If you're returning, then welcome back. I haven't made a video here in the office like this in quite a while. I've been making them outside, so that's why it took a little time to get this started. I may include some bloopers at the end of this video to show the difficulties I was having getting this going. So yeah, again, the final message is YouTube is not about you trying to convince people that they should want to get into YouTube or that they should like your channel, right? It's not about that at all. It's not about convincing your friends and family to like what you're doing, right? They may or they may not. YouTube is all about convincing strangers who already want or need your advice, the information you're going to share in your videos, right? That's who you want to reach. That is your audience. That is your tribe that's waiting for you. They're waiting to be found by you with the help of the YouTube algorithm. All right. So has this happened to you, this story that I just shared? Have you experienced something similar? If so, I'd love to hear what happened, how you handled it, because I'm interested in this. This is something, it trips up a lot of people. It tripped me up. And, you know, I feel like I'm doing okay with YouTube, right? I've got a half decent number of subscribers and I'm growing fairly well. And I'm doing this full time now. And even at this stage, I'm by no means the biggest YouTuber out there. There are tons of people well ahead of me. But that said, I feel like I'm doing okay. But I still was tripped up by that situation I found myself in. I just wasn't ready. Yeah. And I think it's because I hadn't seen them in a while. And I was really busy with YouTube. So that was kind of a break from YouTube. So I wasn't even thinking about YouTube when I went over to their house. And yeah, so has that happened to you? I'd be interested to know. Let me know in the comments below. That's it. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right, take care. Bye.
Jesus, man.
Hi. I want to share a story with you today.
Uncle Mike be doing everything. I had to make somebody send me a check, so I had to make a deposit. Check this out, man. I was at work and I was so excited because I had already made up my mind that I'm gonna do a YouTube channel. I'm telling people at work, I really don't even know what the YouTube channel is gonna be about. I knew it was gonna be about music or something, but as soon as I said it, people started laughing at me. I mean, they was laughing. Some of my friends that I thought were my friends would smile, hypocrites. They would smile in my face. Man, go ahead, do your thing, man. You can do your thing. And then they turn around and laugh at me. So when I walked in one day, one of the girls said, and stop putting videos on YouTube. And the whole office cracked up laughing. Even my friends, I thought was my friends, turned around and like, you know, and I remember the feeling in the back of my mind, like, they just don't know. I am going to show them. I am going to show them big time. And sure enough, I'm sorry, the camera's on. And sure enough, now my YouTube channel is well over 500,000 subscribers. We have 3 YouTube channels, and I'm the type of person, I told y'all, I knew I can do this. I told y'all, now y'all let. So I'm glad I went and got that out of my system. But I noticed all the bigger YouTube channels, even this guy right here, I'm sorry, Uncle Mike don't remember the names. This is my cousin right here, my cousin, Rob. Shout out to Rob. I'm glad I did this video because you too are going to experience these type of things. I have family members that said things. I have family members that try to tell me what I'm doing wrong on my YouTube channel, and they don't even have a channel. Isn't that amazing? I'm trying to tell y'all right now, when you start, beginners, you got to be focused so hard because haters are going to come. That's why I made a whole song about haters. I talk about my haters. Their job is to try to stop you. Their job is to make sure that you are sure at what you want to do. I'm sure I want to do this. Man, you shouldn't do no YouTube channel because look, let me tell you something. I have heard this over and over again. Well, suppose that they shut down YouTube, then what you going to do? Well, we on a job. Suppose they shut this job down. What are you going to do? You pick up and move somewhere else. But I highly don't think that they're going to shut YouTube down. I highly do not think they're going to shut YouTube down anytime soon. And the more I get into it, the more I understand that these people don't know what they're talking about. These haters, these people that discourage you, that is their job. It's almost like they your sparring partner. You know, boom, boom, take the hits. use that power to spend 1 more hour a day on you learning and you building your YouTube channel. So I done did my 2 hours. I'm gonna do 1 more hour for the haters. And I guarantee you, when you sit down and focus on learning this, you'll realize how easy it is. It is so many things that I'm still learning. I'm still learning, and I'm having fun learning them. Why? Because it helps me to grow on YouTube, and it helped me to teach others. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Shut. Peace out.